Your RYT 200-hour certified yoga instructor. So this is the last practice I'll be presenting to you from Hive Fitness Studios, giving a special thank you to Megan Barnett for the time being allowed to spend sharing my practice here. Thank you so much. And you guys, please continue to support her. You can find her on her Facebook page at Hive Fitness Studios in Moravian Falls. And this is also brought to you by Wilkes Recovery Revolution in partnership with Yoga with George Ethan. Thank you all for joining in today. We have a very nice slow practice today to kind of help you ease anxiety and stress in your life. There's a lot of buildup. Again, I've mentioned in times past that the holidays are coming, and there will be some stressful times, dates that we have to meet, things we have to get ready. There's a lot going on, and that's perfectly fine. But what's so important is the ability to kind of take a step back. I know there's a bad connotation with stepping back, but that's all right. But taking that step back allows you to kind of reevaluate, to kind of just follow your breath, slow that heart rate, and find a bit of calm in the crazy. So that's what today's about. And so I invite you, when you prepare, to wear something extra comfortable. You see I'm wearing my sweats, my fuzzy socks, and my comfy long sleeve t-shirt in preparation for today. So I invite you to do something similar, whatever works best for you. You can even get a blanket or pillow if you wish. That's completely optional, but this class is designed to be used without tools. So use at your discretion. I just want you to feel comfortable today. With that being said, thank you all for joining in. This is an awesome practice here to kind of slow our roll, to kind of melt away stress and anxiety. So we'll go ahead and get started. Find a nice, comfortable seat. Cross-legged position is what I'm going to start with today. Somewhere where you can feel nice and tall in the spine. Feel your sitting bones grounding down here. Take your time getting to this position. And let's just take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out. Start by softening the brow bone here. We hold a lot of stress up in this area. We tend to over focus. So focus on relaxing the forehead at this time. Continue breathing all together now. Inhale. And smooth exhale out. Relax your shoulders. Maybe take an opportunity to gently close the eyes or soften the gaze. Continue your breath, just finding expansion with each inhale, breathing with intention. Softening the jaw. Taking this chance to set an intention for today's practice. For me, it's to find calm or to meet my calm. And the beauty of this practice here is just showing up as you are. We all have angst of some sort, have something going on. Let's take this opportunity to kind of put that to the side and be present in our bodies and work with that. Use your breath today. Breathe in. Fill yourself up. Feel a stretch in the torso. Long exhale out. Empty it out. Again, we're going nice and slowly, especially at the start. No need to rush. The poses will come. They will be there. Just be with yourself for a few moments more, keeping your eyes closed or softened. Breathe in. Find a lift in the chest, nice and tall in the spine. Exhale out. Putting aside our to-do list, our expectations. Just be for a few moments to start our practice today. You may realize that taking moments of stillness can be just as challenging, some even more so challenging than being very active. And that's okay. Maybe invite yourself towards a little inward smile here, thanking yourselves for showing up. All right. Now, without moving, just inhale, find length in the spine, and then on your exhale, allow your chin to slowly drop towards the chest bone here, keeping the same integrity in the spine as if you were sitting nice and tall, just moving the chin to your chest, keeping your heart open, chest lifted, shoulder blades kind of squeezing slightly together. Breathe here, finding a stretch in the neck here. We're kind of activating that vagus nerve. Breathe into this place at the back of the neck for just a few moments. Looking inward. Again, continuing your intention, and if anything, your intention may be finding expansion in your breath and contrasting with each exhale. When your mind begins to wander, return to the breath. Keep that chin reaching towards the chest, heart remains lifted, remain mindful. Now gently, with your eyes still closed, just take your hands and bring them together in a prayer position and guide your thumbs to your sternum in Anjali Mudra. Let's share this moment of gratitude, thanking ourselves for showing up and taking time to practice a little yoga, practicing pranayama or breathing to find ease this morning. And just take note as we proceed, we're not so much trying to fit a shape as we are just finding what we enjoy in our bodies, finding what feels good, and finding our inner calm. And of course, finding our breath. Slowing things down. Okay. When you are ready, only when you're ready, you can stay here as long as you like. You can begin to bat the eyelids open, bringing your gaze forward. Now we're going to guide our gaze up, but before you do, first, just imagine like you're going to carve a line with the nose, and instead of just carving that nose to look upward, we're going to kind of scoop our head forward like so, opening our hearts, and then carving a line with the nose up, finding a stretch in the front side of the neck. And as we exhale, nice and slow, we use our chin to guide us back to the chest. Finding that stretch. Take an inhale, chin to chest. Exhale it out. On your next inhale, scoop it up. Carve a line with the nose. Look up. Inhale. Exhale here. Inhale once more. Exhale, chin to chest. All right. right, on your next inhale, we're going to go right back to center. So bring your head over your heart. Maybe find an inward smile here. And allow your hands to rest back on your knees. So we're going to create some space in our torso up next. So allow your hands to fall at your sides. Use this as an opportunity to lift your heart space. And from here, we're going to think up and over. We're going to flip our right palm to start. Up and over. And don't think of this as crunching into this. Think of it as creating space in the trunk of the body here. Finding length in the spine, creating space. Breathe deep. Maybe your elbow meets the mat, maybe not. Keep your sitting bones glued down to the mat today. Holding this for just a few more beats. One more inhale. And exhale, rain the right side down. Bring yourself back to center. Lift in the chest. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Opposite side. Flip the left palm this time. Inhale up and over to the right this time. Nice long stretch. Again, finding space. Breathe here. Remember, if your mind begins to wander, return to the breath. We're finding ease by creating space in these postures. We're finding ease by utilizing our breath to prevent wandering minds and to encompass an intentional type of movement, an intentional type of breathing. Exhale, float the left hand down. All right, so now we're going to bring our hands back into Anjali Mudra, interlace the fingers, bring your hands and push forward. The palms are pressing away from the body here, getting a nice wrist stretch, a nice stretch in the fingers. And when we inhale next, we're going to bring it forward, up, and back. Just staying here for a moment, creating a little tension, keeping our heart lifted, breathing deep. With the exhale, relax the shoulders down. Keeping your hands interlaced as long as you can. Next exhale, break away, float the fingertips down. We're going to do this one more time. Hands to heart, interlace, opposite thumb on top this time. Press away the palms, away from the body. Inhale, forward and up. Heart nice and lifted, breathing deep. Relaxing the shoulders with the exhale. Remember, creating space with the inhale. On your next exhale, break away, but don't go all the way to the floor. Make a bit of a goalpost arm here. And pulling your elbows back, kind of squeezing the shoulder blades in together. Breathe. This is a nice little pec stretch here. Breathe a deep breath. You'll feel the stretch in the heart. It's football season, so making a goal here. Breathe in, and on your exhale, bring your elbows together and have them meet in the middle. Palms touch and lower, hands to heart. Take a few beats of breath here. These movements are subtle. They're not big movements. We keep them simple so we can get the most out of these practices, which is to find calm and ease today. Again, there's a time and place for all the other fun yogi stuff. Today is about kind of going back to our roots, kind of resetting our systems and emptying our cups so we can have a fulfilling day. Breathe in lots of love and share that love with somebody. Exhale. Gorgeous. Now, take your time. We're going to transition to all fours. Nice and slowly. Take care to set yourself up for greatness by placing your wrists directly underneath your shoulders, your knees directly underneath your hips, the feet nice and flat on the mat. Let's do some cat-cows. Go ahead and drop the belly, look forward, tailbone rises up. Exhale, arc the back, reaching towards the sky, tailbone drops, head drops. Pressing away from the mat. Claw into those fingertips. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, round it through. Do a couple more at your pace, utilizing the breath. Inhaling for cow pose. Exhaling for cat pose. Just to do one or two more. Listen to the sound of the breath. Maybe practice some Ujjayi breath, making a bit of a hissing sound at the back of your throat as you exhale through the nose. Moving and breathing with intention. And when you're ready, we'll meet back into a neutral spine, engaging that core just a hair. We're going to claw into those fingertips, slide the right toes back and kick them up. So your back foot that's lifted, your leg is bent still at a 90-degree angle. So we're going to inhale, lift that heel up, and then bringing that leg around in a circle counterclockwise to start. So we're making knee circles here, kind of engaging our core, strengthening our glutes. Small movements here. You can make the circles as large or as small as you need to. Remember keeping your wrists protected by clawing into those fingertips here. All right, swap rotations. Bring it to clockwise now, if you haven't already. Bringing your breath into action. All right, place that knee down. Open the knees as wide as the mat. Close your toes together. Then walk your heels back. Walk your hands forward. And this isn't just like a typical extended child's pose. I want you to keep the palms lifted. So just stay on your fingertips. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, allow your heart to ease down. Use your breath here to create space in the back body and in the heart. Again, allowing your body to kind of melt down, creating expansion with each inhale, and inviting ease with your exhale. One more inhale in and out. Walk your hands back, lift back up to all fours, and we're going to repeat this on the left side this time. So back in tabletop position, knees under hips, wrist under shoulders, claw into those fingertips and kick up the left foot this time. We're going to go clockwise to start, so go ahead and make some knee circles here. Engage the core. Remember to bring the breath. You can go as slow as you need to. We're just kind of waking up the hip flexors and the joints here. Swap rotations if you haven't yet. You may feel a little shakiness. That's okay. That means your body's working. You won't be here much longer. You're doing great. All right. Lower your knee and bring your knees out wide, toes to touch. Once more, extended child's pose, walking your hips back to meet your feet, walking your hands forward a bit, raising the palms. Think of them as kind of like little spiders we've created with our hands. Sorry if you guys have a fear of spiders, but it is the season. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, ease down. Breathe deep here, friends. Allow your heart to melt down. Notice the fascia of the back body with the inhale. Focus on its stretch. And focus on the ease with your exhale. Do 1 or 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, lift back up to all fours. Gorgeous. So back at all fours, we all go. We're going to, from here, kick our right foot back up as we did before. Exhale, squeeze that knee into the chest and then placing your right foot in between the palms for a low lunge. Keeping the back foot, the top of the back foot flat on the mat. We're going to stay here for a few beats. Keeping our heart lifted. Think nice and long from crown to tail. All right, from here, after you are here for a few breaths, we're going to use our right hand to press up onto, using our right thigh to press up to lift our torso up. And if you're having trouble remaining balanced, imagine your legs squeezing together into an imaginary line. Keep your core engaged. Think nice and tall. And then bring your hands to heart in Anjali Mudra. For such a simple motion here, or simple pose, it's powerful in its own right. Give yourself some credit. Breathe. And from here, see if you can't allow your gaze to rise just slightly. Could be diagonally. If you want to rise it up just a little bit more, you may. And feel kind of your heart dial up, like it's radiating sunshine from it. Breathe here. Maybe smile. Finding that stretch in the left hip flexor. Breathe We'll release in 3, 2, 1. Frame your foot with both palms. Curl the back toes under and lift the back knee up. Plant the palms and bring the front foot back. Plank pose. We hold. We're holding just for a few breaths here, so stick with it. You're doing great. Hanging out here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower all the way down. From here, where your hands are, place your elbows to replace them, and lifting the heart here for Sphinx pose, pressing into the tops of the feet, the pelvis. Just finding a stretch in our heart space. Fingertips down, and like you're trying to pull the rug towards you or pull the floor or ground beneath you towards you. Small, subtle motions here or action have powerful, well, it makes up for a powerful experience. Slight chin to chest, not directly so, but just slightly. Three, 2, 1. Release, slide your hands back underneath the shoulders. Press up to all fours. Together, we're going to do a cat pose to counter. Exhale. And now breathe into this cat pose for a few beats. Chin to chest. Tailbone reaches down. Shoulder blades lift, not shoulder blades. The spine is lifted up towards the sky. Inhale. Now drop the belly. Look forward. Stay here, lion's breath, stick the tongue out, cross the eyes, look at the forehead, make a sound, exhale. Awesome, back to neutral. Okay, we're going to do the opposite side this time. So, bringing the left foot up, foot parallel to the sky, draw that knee in towards the chest and plant it in between the palms. That back foot remains flat, squeezing into an imaginary line. Heart lifts. Breathe. Relax the shoulders with the exhale. When you're ready, place your palms onto the thigh here to lift your torso up, and then bring your palms together in Anjali Mudra, keeping your legs squeezed together in the midline. Maybe you lean back slightly, guiding your gaze upward. Imagine your sternum rising up to your thumbs. Breathe. Squeezing your shoulder blades tightly together as if it's trying to hold a pencil on your back. Breathing, opening our chest. Inhale, exhale, bring yourself back forward. Frame that foot in between the palms. Plant those palms, curl the back toes under and lift that back knee. Bring that foot back. Plank pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Knees down, knees nice and wide, toes to touch, and walk your hips back, extended child's pose. Yes, we're going back into this pose because it accentuates all about our grounding, our taking our steps back, or going from the beginning to find appreciation of where we are, what we can do, and helping us find that reset. Remember, breathe into the fascia of the back body. Melt down with your exhale. Just one more breath in and out. And on your next inhale, lift back up, all fours. Okay, you guys, we're going to go ahead and lift that right foot back up and squeeze the knee in towards the chest, look forward and plant the foot in between the palms once again. Squeezing into that imaginary line, we're going to lift our hands up as if we're doing a crescent lunge, but we're going to interlace the fingers and keeping our index fingers pointed out, steeple fingers. From here, we're going to inhale, exhale, point the fingers up and over to the right, finding a nice long stretch in the left side body, pulling your hands back, keeping your heart lifted. Breathe. Breathe into that space. Think nice and tall. Exhale back to center. Inhale. Squeeze those legs in the midline. Exhale, nice and long stretch on the right side this time. This will engage your core. Inhale back to center. It felt a little different that time. From here, we're going to bring our palms to touch each other back to our heart space. And guide your tailbone down. From here, kind of heel toe your right foot to where your right toes spill off the mat. And then we guide our left hand down to the center. We'll inhale, reach our right hand up high for a twist. And then exhale, we're going to guide our right elbow all the way down to our mat for a lizard pose. Having both elbows here, finding a great stretch in our hips. Breathe into those tight spaces. Breathe deeply. Maybe close your eyes. If that's a little too intense for you today, remain on your hands, clawing into those fingertips to release pressure from the wrists. We're not going to be here for long. Don't fret. You're doing great. All right, my friends, go ahead and lift back up to both hands. Walk or heel toe that right foot back into the center and then slide that foot back. Go ahead and curl both toes under, lift up to plank. Kind of arc your back, like think of cat pose, kind of doming your shoulders. And press away from the mat. You're thinking strong here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down with control. Squeezing those elbows in together, we're going to press our hearts forward and up. Cobra. Inhale in. Exhale, lower. Press up to all fours once again. Going to inhale for cow pose. Exhale to cat. And in cat pose, we hold for a couple of breaths. Breathing into that back body. Now inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Now lion's breath, sound. Breathe in. Exhale back to neutral. Awesome work. Claw into those fingertips. Lift the left foot up this time and squeeze that leg into the heart space to place the left foot in between the palms. Make sure you set yourself up for success here, squeezing your legs into an imaginary middle line for support. Heart remains lifted. Going to swoop our arms forward, up and back with our inhale. Palms parallel. Interlace the fingers, opposite thumb on top this time, and pointing our index fingers out. Think nice and tall here, squeezing or relaxing the shoulders down and pressing those legs into that imaginary line. Inhale. Exhale, think up and over as you point to the left. Nice long stretch, the right side of the body. Breathing in. Finding softness with the exhale. Inhale back to center. Pull back just a slight bit, keeping your heart lifted. And now opposite side. Exhale to the right. Engaging the core. Still finding that stretch in the right of your torso. Your left of your torso. We're stretching to the right, but our left side is getting the stretch. Inhale back to center. Keeping your hands like so. You're going to lengthen your fingers back out, pressing your palms together and lower your thumbs to the sternum. Keeping your sternum lifted, heel toe your left foot this time to the left. Pressing into your back foot for support. From here, we're going to lower the right palm down to the center. Inhale, reach the left hand up high. Finding a twist. And exhale, lowering that left elbow or left hand to the mat for lizard pose on the opposite side. This is a more intense stretch as the ones from earlier on, but stretching your legs is a big factor in releasing stress in the day. Remember, when your mind begins to wander, return to the breath. Your breath is there to catch you. Just a couple more breaths. You got this. You're doing great. On your next inhale, lift back up. Slide that foot all the way back. We meet again in all fours. And walk our knees together this time. Walking our heels all the way to, walking our hips to our heels. And then allowing our bellies to lay over our thighs. So we lower all the way down to Balasana, child's pose. Take your hands here and swim them around. Hands towards your feet. Breathe. Find a stretch in the shoulders here. It should feel really nice. See if you can't elongate the exhale. Though there's a tightness due to the compression and opposition of your chest versus your thighs, try to create space with each inhale. And in doing so, in the long run, as we are going to go about our lives off the mat, should make breathing so much better. You should feel softness with each exhale. Breathing with intent, just a few more breaths. Maybe you find a gentle sway side to side at the forehead, giving yourself a little forehead massage. And when you're ready, bring your palms back to your sides and lifting up. From here, we're going to go ahead and bring our legs nice and wide, finding a seated position. Now, it doesn't have to be too wide. This is not about a competition today. It could be pretty narrow, whichever works best for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, starting with our left hand, place it on our right thigh. Think nice and tall here. And then we swoop our right hand up and over to reach towards our left foot. Keeping your toes nice and active here. Now, it doesn't have to touch the toe. If it does, that's awesome. And if you can bind, grab the hold of the toe and try to focus on pulling your elbow back and opening your heart. But if you notice your right glute is lifting up off the mat, it's a good indication to ease off. Breathe. Should feel really good to the low back body, having this nice stretch here. We're going to hold this for a few more beats. You got this. And exhale, swim those fingers down. Opposite side. Right hand to the left thigh this time. Swim that left hand up and over to reach towards our right toes, keeping those toes active. Again, keeping the glutes nice and glued down here. Getting a beautiful left side body, lower back stretch here. You may have noticed some of these later stretches that felt might have been more intense, but that's why we utilize our breath here to kind of ease into the stretch, not forcing ourselves into a pose so much as we are moving into it with intention. Utilizing our breath to kind of ease into things, creating new space. Lower the left hand down. All right. Now, if you got a pillow or a block in hand, this might be a good opportunity for you. We're going to bring ourselves into a wide-legged forward fold. So, toes nice and active. Reach the hands up towards the sky, nice and long. And exhale, rain the fingers down nice and slowly. Your palms may go all the way down here. You can maybe get down to your elbows or all the way down to your forehead. Whichever you are, you're in a great place, but don't force anything that feels too much to you. Remember, the key here is to focus on keeping your toes active, reaching your toes towards your torso here, and breathing into your low back body. At first, we're going to keep our hearts open instead of collapsing into the stretch. So focus on keeping your heart nice and open here. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Keep those knees anchored. You're doing great. Now you can begin to relax your heart down a bit more. Breathe here. Breathe into the spaces in your body here that you notice the most tension. It could be the hamstrings, it could be the low back, it could be the heart space or the shoulders. And again, we're not trying to have a competition. You are where you are. Stick with it. And if you feel that's too intense, it's okay to ease off. Just try to keep on breathing into this stretch as much as you can. Even if it's subtle, the breath work will make the dream work. Just another. Doing this for lots, what we get to witnessing as we breathe deep. Even if it's small, you'll notice a change with time. All right, nice and slowly, use your hands to walk yourself back up. Use your hands to place them right behind you. Lift your heart. Bring your feet a little wider than hip width apart. And do a little windshield wiper action here. Very slowly today in order to find release in our hips from that stretch. Should feel really nice. And we're going to transition onto our backs. Take your time getting here. Got a few more moves in motion before we conclude. So grab hold of your thighs and roll back nice and easy. Ta-da. So from here, let's go ahead and bring our knees into our chest. Go ahead and give yourself a hug. You deserve it. Give yourself a little self-love. Maybe find a gentle sway side to side, giving your low back a massage. Breathe in, lots of love. And breathe out, lots of love. From here, we're going to keep our right knee squeezed into the chest and lower our left foot, not quite all the way down to the mat, but elongating our left leg. Breathing in here and out. Go ahead and allow that left foot to fall. We're going to bring our right knee in towards the chest with our inhale. Exhale, open that knee wide just slightly towards our shoulder. Now we'll repeat 2 more times. Inhale, knee to center. Toes nice and active. Exhale, right knee to right shoulder. Last time, inhale, right knee to center. Exhale, right knee to right shoulder. Beautiful. From here, we're going to guide our right ankle and rest it on our left thigh, making a figure 4 with our legs here. From here, we're going to plant our palms firmly on the mat, bend our left knee, placing our left foot on the ground to start, then lifting our left foot up towards figure 4. With this, we're going to do this 5 times. We're going to lower our foot down, engaging our core, lifting it back up. We inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Come on, 3 more. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Last one, inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Awesome. Bend that left knee. Take your right hand and go through the 4 hole here and wrap it around your left thigh and give it a squeeze in towards the chest to find a great opening in the outer hip on the right side. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Maybe find a gentle sway side to side. Maybe you modify, you can lift your left foot up, or you can wrap your fingers around the shin instead of the thigh for a little extra stretch. And for even more, you can press your right elbow into the right thigh forward to give it a bit more of a oomph. But that's completely optional. You can stay at the original pose, just pulling at your thigh, toes engaged, protecting the knees. Inhale, pull in, release the hands, elongate that left foot, and open the arms out wide, and ease the legs down to the left for a twist. Breathe here. Maybe you bring your gaze to the right. If you want, you can have your arms out long like so, or repeat what we did earlier and create goalpost arms, finding an opening in our chest. In and out. Last one all together. Inhale. And exhale. Draw your navel in. Bring it all back to center. Uncross the legs. And then squeeze your knees back into the chest, giving yourself one more big hug. Maybe you take an opportunity to rotate your ankles here, one way and another. Squeeze the knees in, inhale, and on your exhale, elongate the right foot this time, keeping your left knee squeezed in, toes nice and active, allowing your right heel to hover just for a moment here. Inhale in, exhale, allow the right foot to gently lower to the mat. All right. Inhale, bring your left knee to your center chest. Exhale, guide your knee to your left shoulder this time, opening up on the hip flexor. Inhale to center. Exhale, knee to shoulder. Inhale to center, last one. Exhale, knee to shoulder. Beautiful. We're going to release our hands, guide your left ankle to your right thigh, right behind the knee. Using your palms at your sides, press firmly into the mat or floor at your sides, claw into those fingertips. Bend your right knee so your right foot is flat on the mat, and then lift your right foot up. Creating a figure four, an upside down figure four here. We're going to do 5 leg lifts. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. We got 5 of these. Inhale to lower. Keep your toes active. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. 2 more. You're doing great. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Last one. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Beautiful. From here, bend that right knee. Place your left arm through this hole that we created and wrap your right hand around your right thigh to interlace with your left hand. And give your leg a squeeze and pull in, and options provided as well with this figure four or supine pigeon. You can keep your hands wrapped around your thigh. You can wrap it around your shins, and you can have the option to press your left thigh out with your elbow. Option also to find a gentle sway side to side. Also, gentle sway side to side with the back of your head. Breathe in lots of love. Exhale lots of love. Take a moment here. And when you're ready, release the hands, goalpost arms or arms out at the side, and lower the legs to the right this time for a twist. Bring your gaze to the left, or that option is there, or you can keep your head at the center. Left ear reaching to the mat here. Breathe into the belly. Just a few more breaths of this wonderful twist we've created. And when you're ready, bring yourselves all back center, uncross your legs, give yourself one final knee hug for the day. Thanking yourself for being here, for showing up on the mat. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale. And as you exhale, unravel completely, allowing your arms to fall at your sides, palm facing up, allowing each leg to spill out completely from the mat. Entering our final pose, our final resting posture, Savasana, corpse pose. Let's find our smooth, deep breath here. Maybe we soften our gaze or even close our eyes. And take moments here to relish in our practice and congratulate ourselves for taking time to find some ease today, to melt away our stress and anxiety, to find our inner calm. And if anything, you know today you set aside your to-do list and created space for that peace of mind. I'm going to allow a few moments of silence for you to cultivate stillness with me. And I will conclude here in a minute. All right, my friends, let's bring awareness back into the space. Of course, allowing our fingers to find a stir, movement of the toes and the ankles, gentle sway of the head, just one side and another. Reawakening ourselves. We'll bend our knees, feet flat on the mat, and roll over to one side, whichever suits you. You could stay here as long as you need, or you could have stayed in Shavasana for as long as you need. When you're ready, we'll press up to seated position. And of course, we bring our hands together and conclude in gratitude, thanking ourselves for practicing yoga today and thanking ourselves for creating space for ourselves to find calm and to ease our anxiety and angst. And so we bow to ourselves and the world in gratitude and say the sacred yoga term, Namaste, which means the light in me sees and honors the light in you. Thank you guys so much for sharing my practices with me. I hope this helps you find a little ease in your day or to help you find a bit of a reset, emptying your cups for what's to come. And follow this channel if you're interested in learning more about yoga. And I highly recommend you check out more of my partners of sites as well on Facebook. So check out Hive Fitness Studios and Wilkes Recovery Revolution as well. There's a lot of great things that they do. And again, this is the last practice I will be sharing from Hive Fitness Studios. I will be posting more information about our transition to the next location. So stay tuned for those updates coming to you. And I thank you all for sharing this journey. I look forward to talking to you guys again very soon. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you again next time.